joining us with reaction, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Before I get to this, I think one of your finest moments in the U.S. Senate was during the Kavanaugh hearing, and you had had enough. Now, you've got all these new allegations against Governor Cuomo. I don't know the truth of I don't know if these things are true. I thought the Republican Party, frankly, for once, actually handled that situation with Justice Kavanaugh the right way. Okay, serious allegations. We're going to stop, pause, and investigate. Sure. And they did. And we found out a lot of lies were told, and you had had enough. I don't know the case here. I believe in due process, presumption of innocence, Senator.
Well, number one, the idea that Cuomo would appoint his own investigator tells you a lot about his mindset. So the Democratic Party is now piling on Andrew Cuomo because he's made a lot of enemies along the way. But you've been consistent, and I've been consistent. We allowed Dr. Ford to be heard. There were 5 accusations against Justice Kavanaugh. 3 were literally made up. And when it comes to Dr. Ford, I think something happened to her, but I don't think Brett Kavanaugh had anything to do with it. And all I'm asking my Democratic colleagues who believed every word Dr. Ford said, even before Judge Kavanaugh spoke, and we did an investigation, you're now giving Cuomo a complete pass. Schumer went on the floor of the Senate day in and day out, accusing all of us Republicans of supporting sexual assault. Have you heard him say one word about this? So the double standard is pretty obvious, but the one thing that I can't explain to you because you're not up here, I couldn't walk 3 feet during the Kavanaugh hearing without some reporter sticking a microphone in my face. What do you think about the new accusation? And the idea that Kavanaugh was guilty was pervasive. The accusation was self-proving. I haven't had one person ask me about the accusations against Governor Cuomo from the media. Not one.
All right. There's serious allegations made by Tara Reid and another woman out in Nevada. Now do we go back and take those allegations seriously? In other words, you had a whole I Believer caucus, and the list of people, I'll scroll it again, that are silent now that was so vocal then is pretty darn long, Senator.
Well, here's what I would tell my Democratic colleagues to do. Follow the Republican model. We had a Republican nominee for the Supreme Court be accused of something the day before we voted, the moment before we voted. We could have gone ahead saying this was too late, you sat on it, you didn't tell us, this is not fair. We stopped the entire damn process. We had days and weeks of hearings. We had another FBI investigation. We took it seriously. And what should you do as Democrats regarding Cuomo? Do exactly what Republicans did. Call for an independent investigation, take it seriously.
All right, let me move on. We'll keep scrolling the names because it's pretty long so people can get the full picture. To the president's speech at CPAC, no third party, America First agenda, Make America Great Again agenda. Mitch McConnell, to his credit, said, yeah, I'd vote for him if he's the nominee. Yeah. Okay, there are disagreements at times. Ronald Reagan famously said, if we agree 80% of the time, you're not my enemy. Is he right?
Yeah. Yeah, Reagan was right. I just talked to President Trump just a few minutes ago, and I said, listen, it's not necessary for everybody to like each other. I actually like President Trump. He's been very nice to me. He's allowed me to be in his world. He allows me to give my 2 cents worth about different issues when he was president. This is his party. If you don't get that, you missed a lot at CPAC. Donald Trump has the nomination right now, and nobody can take it away from him if he wants to run. And I think he's got a damn good chance of getting reelected again based on what the Democrats are doing to the country. But what I would tell President Trump, the real test for you and the Republican Party is 2022. Let's make sure we have our best candidates on the field. Let's don't have primaries of people who've been good Republican conservatives. Let's unite. And if we'll follow President Trump's lead, that we're going to be the united Republican Party, we're going to put our best team on the field in 2022, that sets the stage for a 2024 comeback. We've got a lot of talented people in the party, Sean. Did you find one person at CPAC criticize Donald Trump? I thought it was amazing that you have so many people wanting to be president on our side, but not one person would say anything bad about him. That tells you a lot about the strength of President Trump.
Will you help me draft Herschel Walker to run for Senate down in Georgia? Because I happen to be very fond of him.
Yeah, I talked to him today. Stay tuned.